My name is Martin Human. I have here a side-by-side or a UTV. It's a four-wheeler that's a really fun vehicle to drive. In summer, and maybe in spring and in fall in some countries, but in the north parts of the USA and Canada, not so much in winter. And that's when you need to look after the battery. Now, in these vehicles, they have a much larger battery than you would find in a motorcycle. It's probably ranging between 20 amp hours and 30 amp hours. And that's because this vehicle also has a winch, and it might have other electrical equipment that needs to be powered from the battery when the vehicle is actually not moving. The winch is there to pull the vehicle out of trouble. And then it's not moving and it's not charging the battery. That's why I recommend the Optimate 2 Duo as the charger of choice for UTV and ATV applications. This is a 2 amp charger that'll bring up a 20 amp hour battery or 30 amp hour battery within 12 hours from dead flat. Overnight, your battery will be fully charged and ready for the next day of fun. Now, in each of these chargers, we deliver 2 accessories. You have a battery lead with rings, and we have a set of battery clips. Now, the battery lead is really to fit to the battery to make it easier for you to charge the battery. These are dual size rings that can fit either a 1/4 inch or a 5/16 inch bolt. In metric, that's M6 or M8. There's just a little tab you break off to fit onto the bigger size. But the neat thing about these rings are they have this little kink here that you can fit to the battery upside down and move it out of the way. And on power sport vehicles, that's pretty useful. And I'm going to demonstrate that on this vehicle. On this vehicle, the battery is located in the front. Now, on Polaris UTVs and ATVs, the battery might be located underneath the driver's seat, always in a location that's difficult to get to. So we need to fit a lead so you can easily charge the battery. When you fit the battery lead, always start by undoing the negative or the ground lead off the battery first. That is so that if you did the positive first and you touch something, a metal part on the vehicle, you could create a short. So for safety purposes, always undo the black lead, the ground lead first. And then the red lead usually has a cover over it. Just slide the cover back and undo the bolt. Now we're ready to fit the battery lead. And we'll fit the positive lead, the red lead through the positive side first. And I'm fitting this upside down because I want to bend it downwards so that I can put the cover back on. And then I fit the negative. I'll slide the cover over the battery, the positive post, and it's covered as it was before I fitted the lead. And now I have a quick connect access point for my charger. Hooking up to the battery when you park the vehicle now becomes very easy once you've fitted this battery lead. It's a matter of undoing the cap and plugging it in, and there you go. this is a great way of maintaining your side-by-side's battery, especially when you store the vehicle indoors. Now, if you want to make it even easier, we have another option. This is an easier option. We have an 040 SAE socket that one can fit to the vehicle on a panel that's easily accessible. We fitted one to this vehicle, and I'll show you where it is. On this particular vehicle, there's a side panel here that covers the light adjusting knob. And this is nice and thin. All you have to do is drill a hole, which is 18 millimeters metric. And there's your 040 socket in a really neat spot. So I've routed the cable below this side panel here to the battery, and our Optimate battery leads actually have removable covers. So I basically just have to remove that, put the 040 sleeve on, and plug it in. And we'll neaten it up and zip tie it inside here so it's out of the way, and put the cover back on. That's a real easy way of maintaining the battery on this particular vehicle. And especially if you have an aftermarket accessory that's fitted to this vehicle that actually impedes you from taking this cover off. Optimate 2 Duo, the perfect battery charger for side-by-sides, UTVs and ATVs.